Did you go to university? Was it for career development, personal development, finding yourself, or was it just because everyone else was going? For me personally, it was because I was always raised with the belief that if you go to university, you get a good job and you have this great life automatically, pretty much. And it's just sort of always told that I was always told that that was the dumb thing for people that had good lives, basically. And as I grew up, I was conscious of the job market, and I realised that a lot of positions where you had to have a degree to get into to even get a foot in the door, especially as the job market tightened around sort of the time of the recession through to my sort of, at the time I was sort of a teenager and into my early 20s. It was very hard to get a job, and a lot of things just automatically required like a 2-1 degree to even get a call back when you sent your CV in. So it was pretty obvious to me that seemed like the best option to go for. I always loved business, so it made sense to me to study business, but I didn't really know that many other people that studied it other than people actually on my course. But it seems now it's picked up in a big way. Same with STEM subjects as well, as science, technology, engineering and mathematics subjects as STEM. It seems that students taking those topics have picked up in a big way, and I think it's because of how many people have been stung in a way that they've gone and studied a humanities topic like their parents might have done, for example, in the 70s. But when they come out, employers are expecting you to have certain skills, and in addition to just being a graduate, they also want to see an awful lot of other things on top of that. So people are thinking right from the get-go, at age 18, they're looking at it, what will get me the best chance at getting a good job when I come out of it, rather than thinking I'll just go and sort of find myself and then see how I'll get on after that, and I'll probably get a good job anyway because I went to uni. It's just not that same world anymore. So it's interesting to see how the trends have changed in the topics people are studying, and it raises a question of what is the purpose of university in 2019, especially as the tuition fees tripled a few years ago, and the cost of it is a lot more. I mean, it used to be free 20 years ago. So the idea of going there is more like a financial decision. It's as much of a financial decision as it is anything else. The cost of the degree is as much of a factor as any other factors are. So me personally, I'm really glad I studied business because it opened a lot of doors for me, and I sort of knew it would. But I was always very conscious of what I needed to get the degree for. It was much more about that than like going and have this experience, which I wasn't that bothered about, to be honest. It was I was more focused on, I need to get money, I need to get my life started, I need to sort of get somewhere. But it makes me think that the original purpose of university, I thought, was to enhance the culture of a society, to have an educated population, to have people that can critically analyse things, that are educated in a range of different topics like history and art and geography and all sorts of topics that then they may not necessarily go and get a good job or a high paying job, but they would have like a knowledge or an exploration of an academic topic nonetheless. Whereas now it's much more focused on going there to get a good job. And I think the question has to be asked, for me personally, I think the solution would be to be upfront about it, say this is the chance of you getting the job within the first 6 months of leaving university. This is the likely pay of a graduate in this topic. This is so we're communicating KPIs up front, basically, like, so saying this is what you should expect if you're in terms of the financial implications of taking this topic at this university. That way people know up front whether to take it or not if they're looking at it as a financial decision, whereas currently it's a bit more difficult. But I'm just interested in what you guys think. I mean, I have a network of professional people that are doing all sorts of different things. So what was university about for you? And if you didn't grow up in the UK or you didn't go to university in the UK, is it a similar situation where you live? Is it more of a financial decision, or is it viewed more as a sort of cultural development purpose for universities in the country you live in? And what do you believe is the most important aspect of a university? Should it be that business schools are becoming the primary use of universities, and they're becoming more and more focused on sort of making money and profit, and getting more international students in to drive the money they're making out of it? Or should it be an old school sort of academic institution, and things like business schools should be completely separate? What are your thoughts? Thanks.